Welcome back, guys, and today we are playing Dating Simulator 2015. Yeah, but no, we are playing actually a Jalira deck, Jalira being this card here. And basically, the trick behind it, I copied it completely off Legend VD, so I'll put a link to that video in the description. But yeah, basically the link behind this deck is you run as little non-legendary creatures as possible. So I think the only thing Jalira can flip over in this deck is actually, what is it? It's Darksteel Colossus, Captain of the Watch, or Baneslayer, which are all pretty nice finds. And that's a secret bind. You run like a bunch of Raise the Alarms so you can sack out the tokens. You have actually outlet for sacking out. And then yeah, you run some legendary creatures as well because you can't flip them over. And that's the basic premise of the deck. I've made one change to his build in which I swapped out a we could go Tapland here. I kind of like that actually. But yeah, I made one change in which I swapped out the Cloud Shift for an Obelisk of Jalira. The Obelisk is in here because if you draw your Darksteel Colossus, you've got no way to get it out of your hand. And this guy's just not giving a damn about counter spells, which I guess makes sense. I didn't have the counter spell. I could have had it up if I'd played the tap land, but I'd rather just counter the big scary thing that comes down next turn. And just before this episode starts, I am not a control player, so don't expect an example on how to play control. This is not going to go well, I can tell you that for free. And hopefully he just taps off with something big and scary right now. And then, unfortunately, Wayfind is not that big scary thing. I kind of want to flashback a Think Twice because we want to hit land for a good while now, seeing as we really kind of starved from it. So I think I'll just flash this back. Just try and keep hitting our land drops, and then eventually we'll be able to put Tyrant and protect it with Negate. Or we could just draw a second Tyrant, that works as well. At least we did hit the land drop. We're going to have to discard this turn, but it's fairly obvious what we're discarding. And that is the second Tyrant, because we don't need to. Yeah, I mean, there's no... Yeah, we're getting rid of the second Tyrant. Yeah, so I'm not a control player, so I will probably make lots of mistakes. And that's why I haven't had a video up recently. Because I've been playing around the deck with this I've been playing around with this deck the last couple of days. And I'm not very good at playing it, basically. And we're going to flash back this one. Just keep hitting the card draw. Keep trying to find lands. Don't really need to get the Raise the Alarm out there. I'm not that bothered about it. But there's 3 now. And we did hit a land. See now as we have a counter up, we're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play Tyrant and protect it with Negate. He can play a big scary creature back and just bounce it. And then counter it back on the way down. So that's the plan anyway. So if he does just tap off for something scary, next turn we just bounce it. And that works with me. That was his turn, and there's the Siege Dragon. Can't say I was expecting that. But it doesn't actually do much to me, unless it attacks in, but I'm just going to bounce it end step. Make my token. And yeah, I mean, obviously you can't build a deck around Jalira because they haven't given us any, you know, that they didn't give us 4 copies of any legendary creature. So you can't really build a deck around Jalira, it's nice if you can pull it off. And we're just going to keep these counters up and play the control game right now. We can make a huge army if he doesn't, I'm not going to counter a Wall of Omens, I'm not bothered about that. With 6 cards in hand and he's got all these creatures, then yep, that's getting countered though. Make a token. Do we want to hit land? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we'll keep that on top. We've got a pretty stacked board anyway. We're not. So now we raise the alarm. Make another token. There's no point in talking with the Tyrant now though, because it's yeah, I guess there is actually a point. And this guy's had enough. Little did he know I don't have any more counter spells to deal with that Siege Dragon, which just ruins me now. But I think we can actually just clear that land. He's down to 8. He plays a Siege Dragon. It doesn't do anything. I think we don't need to play the Captain of the Watch. I think we can save that for a finisher next turn. Just double raise the alarm here. Because if he attacks him with that Siege Dragon, that's when we're in trouble, because it'll literally wipe our board. He's treasured finding for something. I don't like that. What do you get? Bane's there. Yeah, makes sense. I should have probably negated that treasure find now, thinking back. But stack our board massively here. And then we just lead with the Captain of the Watch next turn. That should do it. I probably already had won anyway, but I'm not taking chances. And we didn't even need to see Jalira this game, so that's pretty nice. Talrand is doing as Talrand does. Yeah, we've definitely got him dead here. And yeah, so it's an Azorius control deck with Jalira and a couple bombs thrown in. That's generally the premise of it. But yeah, I mean, I've been having lots of fun with this deck. I'm not sure if I did manage to finish my train of thought, but so that's what I do. I generally go on to something and I forget. But I've been playing so horribly with it these last couple of days that it just I don't mind like uploading me, like if I make a mistake during a match or whatever. I don't expect to play perfectly. I'm not like I don't know, superhuman. But when I think there was one when I used like 3 bits of removal on his board, and then realized I had a Planar Cleansing in hand, and it's just like stuff like that is just painful to watch in my opinion, and I don't think anyone enjoys it. This hand, I don't have land, and I don't want to be in the same situation as last game. This hand is worse in every single way. Oh, and this hand is gonna have to do. At least we have 3 lands. We have a game plan anyway. Talrand protect it with Vapor Snag. Double blue, so I mean it's better than them other hands, I do think. More Duels Origin cards have been revealed. We're starting to see some of the good stuff. Elves and humans, well, like elves and mono white looks pretty scary. But one thing I think I just heard recently is that the original card pool is only going to have 250 unique cards or something like that, which is terrifying, because really haven't seen any answers to big boards or like board wipes or anything yet. So hopefully they're hiding some of them. Otherwise, it could be even more aggro fest than this game, and that's it's a route I don't want to go down. Well, he's got. Looks like we're playing mono blue aggro, maybe well blue aggro of some sort. Can't block that thing no matter what we really do. So as long as he doesn't go like turn 2 military intelligence, turn 4 Biden, I think we should be all right. Hopefully he misses a land, damn it. He could have counter spells as well. We're gonna have to keep that in mind. We'll get the second blue down, so we're faking our own counter spell. He's talking to me. Wow, I've been recognized. Yep. That's generally the first time it's ever happened to me. I'm fluttered. I'm not fluttered. See, it's all gone in my head already. I'm famous. But no, let's try and focus on the game, because this is control, and that's not exactly my forte. Control decks. We're not going to bounce that, because he just replays it. If he taps out, we might bounce it. And even then, I don't think I am going to bounce it. He plays a land, and he hopefully taps off like a Chasm Skulker, so I can get this Brimaz down. Well, that's something we're going to bounce. Now we can bounce here. Cast our Brimaz now, so he has to kind of respond to that. So all looks well. getting the mind games out early. There's the Warden, but I can still attack in here. And then have an inspiration up as well, so my hand should look hopefully more stocked. But there's Vapor Snag again. I could bounce that, but I'd rather use Vapor Snag to protect the Tyrant at this point. His flying creatures are going to be cheaper, but in mono blue that doesn't scare me as much as Azorius, because you know you can get Baneslayers turn 4 and stuff like that, which is not a road anyone really wants to go down. Soul of Ravnica has a 6/6 body, but its ability does nothing really in this matchup. And we'll play a land. And pass turn. Next turn we get Talrand and protect it. Sorry about that, guys, I got interrupted, but you didn't miss much inspiration, and he just passed turn. So sorry about the wait to this guy. I've just been away for about, you can see the timer, and it was his turn as well. I don't know, mono blue, I feel you need to find a Biden or a military intelligence. Otherwise you are in trouble. And we're just gonna, I think we're gonna save our Brimmers now and take out that Warden of Isle, because he's most likely gonna double block the Brimmers. So yeah, we're gonna bounce the Quickling. So I'm gonna kill the Warden. Force the counterspell here anyway, worst case worse. And there goes the Quickling, and now we take out the the Warden. Play our land, and just keep Dissolve up at this point. We've got a pretty solid board. We even have the Angelic Edict now for his Bidens or Military Intelligence, so all is looking well. We did draw the Colossus, which is not where you want to be. But, c'est la vie, la vie. Oh, Breath had to run there. No, we're not going to bounce. We're not going to dissolve that. Just play the mind games by hitting the timer. Now we've got rid of, we know he's got a Quickling, so he's really only got 4 cards in hand. That's something I don't particularly want to deal with. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep the land on top. We have only got 5 in hand. I think we are just going to tap out for the Tyrant now that we could have Nullify up. But if we get Nullify out of his hand, then all is well. He could Quickling here and kill my 1/1, which honestly I'm not fussed about whatsoever. So I think we just keep generating tokens here and keep pinging this guy. There's not, yeah, you can Quickling here, you can block and Quickling and then prevent the damage, but it's not going to buy him too much time. And he comes, oh, he's got Vapor Snag, but now we just recast it. Did we recast it? Recast this or Tyrant? Well, we've got nothing we really want to remove. We've only got one spell in hand, which is the Angelic Edict. So I don't particularly want to play Tyrant yet. So yeah, I think we just throw Brimmers back down. And keep up a quote-unquote counterspell. Yeah, I mean, we do run quite a lot of, it is just Azorius control really, with legendary creatures and a Jalira thrown in. And there's a Thassa's Bounty, which is going to mill me and draw him a bunch of cards. Which is, and of course we lose the Obelisk. Of course we lose the Obelisk. Like, the one of Obelisk is the one he mills, but yeah, I can't get too salty, I guess. I mean, we could remove this, and then, so we gotta keep in mind that he does a Quicken, so any removal he has with 2 mana open, he can just avoid. But I'm really not sure if attacking in there is the right decision, just because he's getting down quite low now, unless he has another one, I guess. I'd almost be in chump block stage, unless he's probably got Vapor Snag. Let's be realistic. He drew 3 cards. But if he does have Vapor Snag, he should definitely not let me attack in because I'm making tokens, which is a mistake. But I can Tyrant and keep Think Twice up now. and he takes the damage. He's down to 6. And mono blue does not have a board wipe. There's none of that bounce all non-land permanents to opponent's hand or something like that. I can't remember what that card is called. It's like evacuation or something like that. I can't remember. There's none of that in this game yet, so I can't really see many outs for this guy. We're gonna make a 2/2 from Talrand no matter what. He did draw 3 cards though, so he has outfound many a way. He's had a pretty good chance of finding a way out of this. That's his Bounty Leader card, which I ran in my mono blue mill when the game first came out, and no, it's bad. It just is. If you're drawing 3 cards with 6 mana, because I mean the milling is pretty irrelevant. There's nothing really to be gained from milling opponent for 3, and it's just draw 3 cards for 6 mana. I'm not sure that's worth it. Well, there's some decent walls being put up. I think we can just Angelic Edict that. There's a Maritime Guard. Interesting. It's a 1/3 for 2, I think. Yeah. So I guess it's got the whole bear effect just on the defensive side. And there's a dissolve, so this game is drawing to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't Angelic Edict and protect that guy. Let's see if we can get lethal through though. So we take out that wall and we hit him for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he's dead if we take out that. Yeah, I think so anyway. He has to have a counter spell. And we make a token anyway, so I think we kill him this turn. Yeah, because we make a token from Brimaz as well. I forgot about it. I don't even think we needed to Angelic Edict there with the Brimaz token. But you know, it doesn't hurt. I think, yeah. Kind of wish I had some like Merfolk like Lord effect. That would be pretty cool. And oh god, I didn't manage to say it, but GG to this guy. Thank you for recognizing me. I guess that's the first time it's ever happened. I feel all warm inside. I think I'll play one more. It's not going to be an hour-long video this time. I say, and this last match lasted 25 minutes. But no, that was unintentional. A guy put up a big fight with his Grizzlebrand. But yeah, I mean, Origins, I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it. Times I'm looking at it and going, oh my god, this is going to be a terrible game. I'm not even going to bother playing it. And other times I'm looking at it, it looks good. The thing I'm not a fan of is that the card pool is going to be really, really, really small for the first 3 months of the game. And like, I don't mind a grind. I play lots of grindy games. I played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and if anyone knows that was a hell of a grind. I still haven't unlocked everything, and I played that game an absolute shit ton. I've got all the rares, just not all the ultra rares. And then what else did I play? Right now I'm actually playing a bit of World of Tanks. That game is just designed to steal as much money as possible from you. But it is fun, just to dick around with friends. But yeah, I don't mind the grind, it's just, if I'm just sitting there and I'm getting matched up against like elf decks with tribal and I'm trying to play like, I don't know, mono green ramp or something like that, it's not going to be. It's just that with only 250 cards, the first 3 months is going to be fairly stale. It's going to be aggro, 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 until they eventually give us more cards to combat aggro and even unlock more playstyles. Because I mean, right now the biggest bomb in green is Axebane Stag, which is a 6/5 for 6, I think, vanilla, and that's not exactly inspiring me with confidence. But you know, seeing as we can't find a game, I will pause and I will see you in the next one. And it looks like we have a rematch because this guy jumped back in. I've been waiting for about 15 minutes and haven't found a game, and then went to get a drink and came back and he was in the lobby. So let's see if we can actually find Jalira this video. That would be pretty nice. No, nothing on turn 4. We've seen he's kind of an aggro deck. Yeah, there we go. That's the kind of hand we're looking for. I mean, I've already won this game. He's running 60 cards. I'm running 61. I mean, you don't have to be a mathematician to work out who's got the advantage right now. Yes, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we draw a Raising Alarm so we can Jalira. We've already got Baneslayer in hand, so we could only find... Darksteel Colossus or Captain of the Watch. It looks like he's changed deck. Look at this counter deck. Yeah, we've lost. He knows my deck. I have no idea what his deck is, so I'm already at a disadvantage. But hopefully we can endure past it. And playing a Kenton gives me hope if I find land. Doesn't matter which one I play. I guess we'd rather have the black mode up if we do draw Obelisk. That's why I've got all these different tap lands in case we find Obelisk. But we need to survive till turn 6. We've already got triple white though, so that's looking promising. But we need to survive till turn 6. And guess what I'm assuming is mono white or... Yep, mono white exalted. So we're getting hit for 4 this turn. No, 3. Is it 4? 3 or 4? Yeah, 3. So we're in a like 4 turn clock, so we do need to kind of play some chump block. We do have a Baneslayer that hopefully buys us some time. But we need to get this tap line into play, so we can't think twice this turn. Our hand is pretty stocked. I quite like where it is, but against an aggro deck, it's not looking particularly good. It's not looking particularly good. I mean, if he has, I don't know, another exalted guy right now, that's not looking... That's worse. I'm not gonna lie, that's worse. That's 5 damage. I'm on a 4 turn clock. Which means we're gonna have to play like Jalira as a chump blocker. Which is not where you want to be. Baneslayer's not even gonna save me now. We're gonna have to trade with... If he doesn't play any more buff, we're gonna have to trade with this paladin guy. Really wish I had a Vapor Snag in hand. Hopefully Think Twice finds it. I need to find a Vapor Snag. I mean, we only run 2, I think, as well, so... it's not looking promising. It's not looking promising. This is a really good hand if he was slow. The question is, do I do it now to avoid taking the damage? And I don't have a counter spell, so I think I'm going to risk it. Try and find this Vapor Snag. It's not Vapor Snag, it's a land though. We're just going to have to play chump blockers the next couple turns. Hope we find land as well. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. There's a hero of Azorius. Inspiration. It's not going to save me. I need to play... Which one would I rather lose, Jalira or Tyrant? Honestly, as I have no board, I think Jalira is the first to go here. But we need to find a land drop next turn if we are to stand any chance in this game. And we've got to hope he doesn't have any removal either. It's not looking good. I'll be the first to admit, it's not looking good. Just two land. We need to find 2 land off the top, and then we can really stand a chance right now. If he has an Armored Ascension, it's just game. If he goes land, Armored Ascension, it's game. And he could do that because Hero of Azorius and Asher's Favor, that's pretty much the same effect right now. So that's 4, 7. But if he attacks with that in the air, it's 5. So yeah, we're dead pretty much now, no matter what we can do. 7. Yeah, we have to block the we have to block the paladin. So if we find a land, we get Baneslayer. That's what we need to draw land. Fast land off the top. Even Vapor Snag doesn't save us now. And it's... Think twice. You've lost us the game. GG, man. Okay, pretend I didn't spell that. Oh, it was a tap land anyway. But, GG. Yeah, I just wasn't fast enough. There's not much I can do against mono white. I mean, I had the hand for it, I just wasn't fast enough. I mean, if I could get Baneslayer out there, Obelisk to pick off his guys, you know, Pillar a Kenzin. I had the hand, it just, I couldn't get there fast enough. Would have loved to raise the arm and jump him down a bit earlier. Yeah, hopefully it will as well. Yeah, that's, the aggro mono white is not, it's not a pretty sight for any deck, really. And, yeah. Vapor Snag as well would have been a nice out. But, you know. Hell, even some counterspell. I mean, those just the ways I had of dealing with that was a bit late game. But I think I'll try and play one more, just because I don't like losing so disastrously as the last episode, as the last video. I mean, just because you know I just sat there and took 20 damage, didn't really stage much of a fight back. So I will pause and I will see you in the final game because I really am running out of time. So I don't really have a choice, even if I did want to play another one after this one. So see you guys then. Looks like it's a best of 3 because I guess he's back. Yeah, so hopefully he switched decks. And this hand, I've got double blue. I'll keep. Hope if I see planes, I will never forgive this guy because this hand is even worse after dealing with it. We have less land. We have the same out in Baneslayer, but at least we go first this time. That's kind of crucial. Means we can try and find a land. Okay, so it looks like he went red. It looks like he went his red-black deck. He was saying he was going to use in game 2. And we won't have Dissolve up turn 3, so we're going to play the top land. I don't mind taking 1, but if he has Rapper Master, we don't want to not be able to dissolve that. That's a big part of counter spells in this game. You've got to just know the magic numbers. So if you're playing a white deck and they're on just about hit 5 mana, you want to have the counter spell for Baneslayer. Same if the white mana for 3 for Brimaz, you know, 7 for Pelic Worm, stuff like that. But Traveler's on me, so he said he was red-black, which implies to me that he's only got red and black in there. But like I said, this turn we are going to play the fast land. I hate when the timer does that and it just it flashes like someone's talking and they're not talking. It distracts me more than anything else. And it's probably distracting you guys who didn't notice it before until now. So I apologise for that. We've got a counter spell, we've got Think Twice Up, we got Baneslayer in hand, we have the mana to cast it. So, like the colours anyway. So I feel reasonably confident in this game, but the red-black has plenty of removal to deal with it. Such as a Tribute to Hunger. You know, well, Tribute to Hunger. Which that's a nightmare for this deck. I guess you could have like a Active Trees and then like a Bloodful Connoisseur. He doesn't have the Rab Master, otherwise he would have played it. You would have played it first main, surely. And there's another Traveler's Ambit, which means I'm not gonna counter that. That's not a game-ending threat like Rab Master is. I just realised that this guy's name is a play on Righteous, like Righteous Blow. And this is the 3rd game I've been with him, so if you think I'm slow on the uptake, you might be right. Yeah, so it's Righteous, but it's spelt wrong, so it sounds like it's brilliant. It's a true phonetic genius right there. Oh, why are you always in? There's one. Okay, there's Jalira. And we didn't need to find a land that turn. We kind of need to find one for next turn though. We are on a 1-turn clock. Bang bang. Okay, just checking that he's not talking. So we got flashback Think Twice or Dissolve. That's our play this turn. On his turn anyway. Guess we could Reprisal. If you pass something scary as well. Wow, I hate when you have Darksteel Colossus in your hand. That's why we've got the discard outlet. But it's not looking good. Need to find a land this turn, and then it is looking good. Even though he probably has Tribute to Hunger. Many a black deck have Tribute to Hunger, as it's arguably the best removal. And looks like we've got the flashback Think Twice, so we should find our land here. hopefully Apra got plenty of chances at it. Otherwise we're going to have to discard massively and we find a land. Even trying to play a cleanse, so if things do go square shape here, then all is not lost. All Jalira can find us now is our 2 Captain of the Watches. So we know what we're going to get. So Jalira is basically sack a creature, get a Captain of the Watch. Like I said, there's only 5 bombs. There's the Colossus, no 4 bombs, the Colossus, the Baneslayer, and the 2 Captain of the Watch. So we've only got 2 in our hand. Well, we did have 2 in our hand. And that's not a road to go down, but this is advantageous because now we've got Dissolve up at all times with a Baneslayer on the field, which is promising. Guess you could ulcerate, but that doesn't do anything. We still kill him with first strike. Yeah. There's no attack he can make here. He's taking 5 next turn, and I'm gaining 5, and I'm keeping a counter spell up. So I think we've locked down this game for the period that we're pretty much in the lead right now. And even got negate up as well. I mean, there's nothing I really want to play. He's on a 4-turn clock, 5 I guess if he blocks with a good Drake, which he's probably not going to be really willing to do. We've got 2 ways to protect Baneslayer, which we can use both on the same turn if he doubles up. And I'm feeling pretty safe right now. There's not much now that's gonna make me put the counter shields down. So what could he have? Shadowborn Demon wouldn't really do it because it's protection, Baneslayer's protection from demons. Well, I'd probably just reprisal that anyway, just as just because it's a 5/6 body hitting me back, which means I'm not gaining life. Yeah, well, unless he's planning on jump blocking, that Scavenger Drake should have came in as well. Which if he is planning on jump blocking, that says to me he doesn't have any removal. And I guess we'll find out here. As an inspiration, so we got something to do. Hit my end step if I don't have to use counters. But what do we discard here? Because we're not gonna. Well, yeah. What do we discard here? It's such a tough decision. Maybe the thing we hate having on our hand. I would love it to go back into our library. Yeah. So that's Undying Evil. Okay. I'm not gonna bother countering on that. I'd much rather save my counters for protecting my guys. And then pass turn here. You get to know we're running Dogsteel Colossus, but it goes back into our library, not into our hand, contrary to popular belief, Stainless. There we go, it's back in my library. That thing's a 2/2. If it does get big enough to block Baneslayer, we have reprisal. So, like I said, I'm not overly worried right now. Just a war of attrition. I just need to take down his sky defenses and keep pinging him. That is something which is getting negated. Do we not want him to be able to take out Baneslayer by casting a big creature? Yeah, I mean, trying to think of any ways I can speed this up, and there's really not many going for us right now. I'd like to hit land drop, and he's not planning on blocking. That's what it tells me right there. Which I'm not sure is a wise play, because I mean he's hitting me for 3, but I'm gaining 5 a turn, so we just draw into another. Okay, it's pretty disgusting. And we've still got 2 counter spells. We've got card draw, so this is just control in action right now. We've got a board wipe even if things do and eventually go south. We're on 28, he's on 10. So in this intense best of 3, yeah, I'm in favour for the last game, although it's definitely not over. There's plenty of stuff you could do. You could Banefire Baneslayer for 5, 7, and then there'd be nothing I could do about that. But he needs to find another land for that to work. Which, Hellspark Element, I'm not going to counter. It's not worth the dissolve. He hits me for 3, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the dissolve because it goes away anyway. And I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm really surprised he hasn't found any sort of removal yet. It looks like he's planning on chump blocking this turn. That thing becomes a 3/3, but he's getting a bit low right now. And we have an inspiration, so hopefully we find our 6th land here. What do we see? Nope, that was too much to ask for. We're going to have 9 cards in hand, so we're going to have to discard no matter what. Even if we do find a land, which of course we don't. So what do we lose this turn? We need to discard 2. Think Twice is going to be one of them. And honestly, probably the Raise the Alarm. It's not really doing too much for me right now. I guess I'll have another think about it when I'm actually forced to make the decision. He takes the damage, so he should have came in with that last turn then. But we could think twice and try and find the. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna think twice and then try and find the land. Because we still have a counter spell up, and no, we find another one. So to be honest, I think I'm gonna get rid of Raise the Alarm and Jalira. Unfortunately, Jalira not found the time to throw her on the board yet. I like having all this removal. We're playing pretty control-y, so there's no point trying to jam a Jalira and giving him a chance to get back in this game. There's the Hellspark, another Hellspark, but it's not going to save him. That thing becomes a 4/4 now, though, which means we can reprisal at end step. And then get in the lethal damage, so. Hey, the timer thing stopped. God bless us. It has been a good day. But I don't want to say GG yet, because, there's lots of stuff you could have. You could have Ulcerate. I mean, there's still plenty of stuff you could have, but to buy him another turn. But actually, I don't think that thing becomes a 4/4. Yeah, because they get exiled instead. Actually, no, it does become a 4/4. And we've got a counter spell, so I'll say GG now. I'll say GG's actually. Let's be fancy. GG's, man. Yeah, I was going to try and type something more. I can't think of the word. In depth, but I don't have the vocabulary for doing that. And we got there. So it was pretty. Jalira didn't show up this episode, but in previous episodes she has shown up, and it is fun to activate her. It's just you don't want to throw away a game trying to activate her when you've already got the win with a Baneslayer. So yeah, that was more Azorius control than Jalira, but she was in the deck, so it's a Jalira deck. And yeah, that's Azorius control. Thanks again for Legend VD for I stole the deck from him, so I'll put a link to that video in the description. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys for watching as well. If you've made it this far, I'm looking at my channel. It's crazy. Like, I've already got well over 300 subscribers, and that's insane. I mean, it feels like yesterday I was on 50, and yeah, so thank you guys for all the support. Even though my upload schedule has gone to complete shit, it's like the problem is I'm not finding it hard time to record like this. I'm finding it hard to find the time to actually upload if I'm having 4-hour uploads, and I can't hog the internet in the house because other people get pissed. And yeah, that I can understand that. So I mean, it's a battle of attrition to slowly upload it over a period of days. But you guys don't really want to hear about that. So oh yeah, thank you to that guy again for the best of 3. It's pretty close in the end. It could have went either way. I thought he destroyed me game 2. It was pretty close game 1, and then actually I can't really remember game 1 too much. And then third game he just he couldn't find removal. But yeah, that's Azorius control. Plenty of counter spells and a couple bombs. So thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time.